Alright, welcome back everyone for Outer Wilds Part 6. We are learning a lot about it. I think I said Outer Wilds this time, not Outer Worlds, so that's an improvement. Yeah, so when I look at the VOD before I upload it, just kind of scrubbing through to make sure like audio and video is okay, I see stuff in the beginning of the run where, like later in the run, I just feel so stupid for missing it. Like I was on the moon and the quantum moon just like was right there, and I could have probably jumped to it, escaped the gravity of Timberhearth's moon to get there. Because I think in order to get to the quantum moon, you have to be outside your ship, because as soon as you look away from it, it disappears. So I guess you just have to be able to kind of predict its movement and be in the right spot so that you can, when you see it while you're on planet or on a moon, then you can just go there, basically. So let's go to the Attlerock. Because last time we were there, the quantum moon was also there. And I feel like we explored everywhere except where there's stuff on the Attlerock. So let's just go land next to this campsite. And I'm gonna do more exploring with my ship instead of walking around so much, I think. Okay, unbuckle. There he is. I'll try to pay attention to not miss things like the quantum moon right there. Esker, oh hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. No, long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. The lunar outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chert comes by to say hi, but Gabbro is Gabbro, and you know Rybeck feels about unnecessary spaceflight. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? Seems lonely. A little. I'm in touch with ground control, Hornfels and Gosan, mostly. And they radio up to chat now and then. And when ground control forgets I'm up here, they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village. You spy on us? No, it's not spying, it's one-way communication that none of the villagers know about because I've never told them. What's with your whistling? Probably, or actually definitely, the other travelers carry an instrument so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with a signal scope, you know? Best spot for that is the North Pole, great reception. North Pole is marked red in your mini-map, but the Attlerock is a pretty small moon, really. Just go north, you can't miss it. What is this place? Haha, very funny. Oh, stars above. You're serious. That's just depressing. Welcome to the lunar outpost, which apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach about anymore. When we first started Outer Wilds, travelers used to bring their ships here all the time for repairs. Our spacefaring technology has improved loads since then, but the older ships tended to fall apart a lot, like more than they do now. Using the output post cut down on the number of launches and landings taking place in the village, and also the number of fires. Nowadays, though, it mostly is just me up here, raising saplings from Timberhearth and keeping an eye on things. Okay, talk to you later. He said to check out the North Pole, which I did see when I landed. Is that it? Is that the quantum moon? It is, but it's too far for me to get to. looks like it's floating away. And now that it's behind this thing, it's gone. Yes, it is indeed gone. Where it has gone? To Giant's Deep. Check out the North Pole, he said. Esker's signal scope log. Day 48 still not picking up Rybeck's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Listened to Chert play for a while today, unrelated. I should tell Porphy and Gosan their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Rybeck is doing okay. That oaf, I was worried. Day 63. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know, it was probably nothing. No, it's back again too. Something strange is coming from Timberhearth. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timberhearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica, but Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken. I better talk to Gneiss. I like how they all play together. It's nice. So that crater is where that giant plant landed. And we shot our scouter into it. Wait, did I not log the signal from this guy? Okay, there you go. Yeah, I didn't think about using my signal scope on the plant. So maybe that's what I should do. Escape Pod 1, Old Settlement, The Vessel, Northern Glacier, Esker's Camp, Lunar Lookout, Dark Bramble Seed, Inside the Seed. When I launch my scout into the seed that crashed on Timberhearth, it ends up in a much bigger space filled with fog and thorny vines. Alright, so he's got to be on the Bramble planet. Let's go check it out. We haven't been there yet. The Bramble, Dark Bramble. Yeah, I like how... Oh, we're gonna fly directly into the sun. Autopilot, stop. Maybe we can catch this thing instead? It's rotating so fast. Alright. Let's just go to Bramble like we said. I was gonna stop at the sun base because it was right there, but it seems tough. Yeah, and his harmonica's here, so let's find him. Dark Bramble doesn't really look so much like a planet. That fog area is most likely... Alright, well, if the fog's coming from in there, then I guess we'll just fly right into it and see what happens. Or the harmonica, not the fog. Can I just leave my ship floating here? What could go wrong? Alright, 0G. Not spooky at all. Flashlight does nothing. 1,500 meters, that's not too far. Gotta remember not to go too fast. That might be the hole that we came out of. Go into the light. We're going deeper. What is happening? Maybe I should have flown my ship in here. If I'm still alive next time, I will try. Okay, let's go deeper. So these are portals, it would seem. Yeah. How much farther we can go, not sure. Or if I'm just like in like a Lost Woods type situation where I can't actually get there without no, it looks like he might be here. There's a camp here. Hello. Man. Whoa. Where'd you come from? No one comes in here. Well, actually. That makes you the second Parthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you. They made you an astronaut, and you haven't even blown yourself up yet. Good for you. Feldspar, you're alive. You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Yeah, that's right. I'm alive. Been camping out here since my ship, crashed violently. You crashed, but you're the greatest pilot in history. I haven't lived in polite society for a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that wasn't sarcasm. My story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep, and I wanted to try my hand at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one had ever been before. Getting around in Dark Bramble was easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. But after a while, I've run into this huge anglerfish. You've seen them, right? Big gnarly things, and this was the biggest one I've ever seen. I pull a few stunts to try and shake the thing off, nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and... well, like I said, I crash, blammo. On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed at first. I found this skeleton later. Great find. We would have been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. Wow. Anyway, that's how it all went down. Story's over. Feel free to enjoy the fire a while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Where should I explore? That's the spirit. Anywhere's good. But you should know that space is weird here, intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout into one of these weird seeds? See, there with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in two places at once, but I don't think that's wrong exactly because space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, see, but inside it's bigger. Much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and my theory is space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those spheres. That's my theory. Keep in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck. I found a Dark Bramble seed on Timberhearth. That's bad business. As Chert will tell you, if you so much as glance in Dark Bramble's direction, there used to be a fifth planet where the Bramble is now. This infernal plant appeared at the center and kept growing and growing and growing until it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. If we don't get that seed you found sorted real quick, like, I suspect Timberhearth will be headed toward the same fate. And I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seed. I agree, sir. How did you get there? Giant Steep's core, huh? Since you're asking, I assume you haven't made it down there yourself. If I tell how, it feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yep. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You'll want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there. The skeleton, it was like that when I got here. As near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eaten the seed, and the seed grew and grew in the poor fish's stomach until this happened. Gross. The skeleton was a good find, keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, they mostly avoid each other. That's why I can't set up camp here. Should I tell ground control to come get you? Yeah, sure, whenever you have time. Frankly, I kind of like it out here, quiet, peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a break. Alright. So, he said if I shoot my scouter in here... Wait, what? It just flew right past our camp. So where did he say to go? There's an anglerfish light. There's a bramble there. Let me ask him one more time. Feels like cheating. Was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. If I were you, I'd take a walk and see where it ends. You want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. Yeah, well, it's kind of spooky because of any of these lights might be a giant fish that's gonna eat me. Here's his ship. It that traveled to the end of the vine. This looks like one end. is happening? Alright, so that's the portal. I came out, and now there's gravity. Okay, so this takes me back outside, maybe? I don't know. You are here. Oh, a frozen jellyfish. I think I saw one of these. Trip number 4, question mark. Entry number, I'm gonna say not 1. Crashes 3, boring crashes 0, a personal best. Whoa, never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside of Giant's Deep. They're awful useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Blarg, this thing tastes terrible. The outside's all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish's inside from getting zapped by electricity. Right now, I'm going inside of this jellyfish interior cavity to see what's in there tastes any better. Oh, he said the jellyfish is useful? Question mark. Do not eat this, even if you were dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate in this life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. Okay. So maybe I need to use the jellyfish to get into Giant's Deep? Well, the music is starting, whatever that means. Oh. Vitals critical. Zero gravity is really throwing me for a loop. Where is my ship? I suppose it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the supernova. So it looks like our star is supernovaing. That's pretty. It is consuming all the life. Okay, so we have a bunch of options. We could go to Giant's Deep and try the jellyfish thing. I'm kind of partial to that. I don't think that they would design the game in that, like, you have to go to certain places at, like, the 11th hour, like, right before the respawn, because that seems not very nice. But maybe they did. Because, like, I don't want to go and wait and see if the tower falls down or not. Hey, the quantum limit is there. Alright, let's just go read our ship's log for a little bit. Try to figure out what's going on. Maybe try going back to Giant's Deep and figuring out... maybe getting grabbed by a jellyfish or something and they'll bring my ship down. Okay, so it says there's not anything else to learn because it doesn't have that asterisk. So the construction yard says there's more to explore here. There's an island where the Nomai built the orbital probe cannon. According to a Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. Yes, we saw that. The Nomai at the Southern Observatory constructed a model of Giant's Deep that revealed how an object might sink below the ocean current. Okay, maybe we just need to find the southern hemisphere, the south pole of Giant's Deep. So let's go to Giant's Deep. We're gonna try to use... Oh man, the Quantum Moon. I guess I can try to go for it, but like I said, I don't think you can get to it while you're in the ship, because as soon as I have to break line of sight to get out of the ship. So I'm not even gonna try, actually. Alright, so how do we figure out what the south pole is of this thing without landing? Does the landing camera show me? It does. So red is north, so that must mean blue is south. There's the orbital cannon. Okay, so it says we're going towards the North Pole. We want to go to the South Pole. That's where the observatory is, supposedly. Threw us back into space. Let's try again. There's the jellyfish. I can't make it down. Not see an observatory, but it might have been in space. We're at the South Pole. There are some big old storms here on the South Pole. Maybe the observatory is in space. Maybe. Look at the planet. Is maybe the observatory is the thing that's floating around? I'm not sure. Let's go back to the construction site, because it said we didn't discover everything there yet. There's also this giant storm on the North Pole that I want to fly into. Kind of assuming that it's just gonna like throw me out. Oh shit. Maybe red is south and I had it backwards. Pardon my language, I almost crashed into a giant tower. Well, you can come in here. Gravity is very high on this planet, 2.1. That looks like a way. Be welcomed in this place. The tower shares with all who ask the knowledge needed to make his or her first quantum journey. Enter this place without friends. However, these are lessons to learn for yourself. Well, I have no friends. And all your friends are dead. Alright. Let's just go in this hole. Good luck. Oh, if it caught me, I totally would have cratered. Seek the Wandering Arch. Okay. Just gotta keep looking at it because it's probably one of those Quantum Mania things. Catch me, please. Thank you. Island Shard. And it moves. Ah. I hear it moving. Observing a quantum object, observing an image of a quantum object. These are the same. If I take a picture of it with the scouter? Is that tree a quantum tree? It is. Where do you go? So it cannot move while it's in my photo. Aha, this is so sick. Dude, I'm getting chills. Got chills. Right? Because I'm looking at a live photo of it and it can't move. Right? And the tree is in that photo too. Oh, damn. So maybe... So if I spot the quantum moon... Let's see what happens when I move the camera, right? So if I turn away and I move the camera, it's still there. So I can follow object. Interesting. Right, but the tree did move. No. I'm not looking at the tree. And then it moved. Great. What? Crazy. Alright. So that must be how to get the quantum moon. You have to take a picture of it so it can't leave and then fly your ship. But I don't know if my scouter picture will go away. Can I fire the scouter while I'm flying the ship? I think I can. The arch and the crystal do not naturally meet. The arch and the crystal do not naturally meet. Okay, that's... Alright, so I must turn my scouter. Okay, I cannot see the arch from here. So... So I must position the scouter in such a way that I can see the crystal. Or at least see 2 of the ways, right? 3 of the ways? Huh. So they both shouldn't be able to move. There it is. Because I was looking at the other two, and my scouter was watching this one. This is the last one, but we made it harder. Okay. Alright, so those are the crystals that I need to walk up the wall. Alright, and I just have to believe. Okay, well now the arch needs to be on this side. Aha. Super cool puzzles. We offer our congratulations. You've learned the rule of quantum imaging. Take this knowledge with you on the remainder of your quantum pilgrimage. Remember, the other quantum shards have other lessons to teach. The other shards have lessons. What other shards? Our curiosity goes with you on your journey. You walk in the footsteps of those who came before you, and your path guides those who will follow later. Like, what was that flashing? Stay there, stone. Okay, so that was the exit here. Okay, cool. That was really something really cool to learn. All right, I feel like we actually made progress this session because we learned about the scouter and quantum objects. So it said that other stones have things to teach. There's one stone in the museum, and there's another stone. Was it on the Ash Twin or the Ember Twin? One of the two. There's a stone. Power of Quantum Trials. Okay, so we did that. The Quantum Shard. The strange rock shard that wanders when no one is watching. The Nomai determined this shard is the reason objects in this grove behave in a quantum manner. The Nomai hypothesized that this shard is actually a piece of the quantum moon. This shard emits the same signal as the quantum moon. There's more to explore here. This tower, located at Brittle Hollow's equator, held useful knowledge for Nomai embarking on their first pilgrimage to the quantum moon. I just don't know how to get in there. So we are on this planet. There are two paths beneath Brittle Hollow's surface that leads to the observatory. One starts at the gravity cannon, and the other starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay, so I have to get to the Southern Observatory through Brittle Hollow. So I need to find... I think there were signs. Okay. The Nomai at the Southern Observatory constructed a model of Giant's Deep. Sure. Okay, let's go to the construction yard because we're here. flying through this giant storm? Nothing. Yes, this is it. So there's more to discover here. Okay, so these things keep you safe when the cyclones hit you. Finish building it. All my friends here. Gratitude. We've read all of these already. Launch me. You may launch me from the cannon. And then we learned that they launched it with too much power. Okay. It says there's more to discover here. I think we can like switch the stones. I was a little too creeped out the first time, not gonna lie, about like this deep water. But like, the deep water is basically just space anyway, right? I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source at the cannon, so the cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb. We read this one. I wish I were, my friend, but no, they aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. Mallow and I will join you in Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may be responsible. Why are some of them orange now? I don't know. I guess the orange ones don't have the keywords. 14 minutes, 4 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched from the probe cannon. Yeah, so this just lets us see the control module. And we've been in here. And I can't move that. So how do I attract the jellyfish? Because I float on this planet, or at least my spacesuit floats. Oh shit. Well, at least this way we'll land in the water, right? Oh hey, the probe can't. Oh, it has a landing spot on it. We should go check that out. Oh fuck, I'm flying away. I hope it doesn't land on me. It almost did. Oh, that was close. I can take this brittle hollow projection stone to the other side, I guess. Because I don't think I put it on the wall thing. So maybe I can read about the brittle hollow projection. That'll teach me how to get into the Southern Observatory, which I haven't figured out yet. That's what I missed. Kanoi, Daz and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank beneath the current. Passiva convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Oh, so the observatory is on Brittle Hollow, not this planet. Konoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you there. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and the other at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Konoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Okay, so if I want to, I can look in here. Okay, so this is what the observatory looks like. There's a hole to climb up, stuff to read. Oh, I forgot this planet is being bombarded by stuff. Can I reach it? No. Okay. Well, I think we learned what we came here to learn. I don't know. Sometimes when I talk to myself for too long, I don't know if I'm making sense anymore. Yeah, I think the interesting part about this game is that you can probably do all of the things without figuring it out if you're smarter than I am. So, that's kind of neat, right? Like the whole quantum rocks and observing it in a picture is the same as observing it for real. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So the orbital probe cannon, there's more to explore here. There was a landing pad there, so we're already here. We're probably running close to time. Let's see if we can land on the orbital probe or the orbital probe cannon. See if we can find it. And yes, we can equip the scout launcher. So if we do see the quantum moon, we can literally just shoot our scouter onto it. Yeah, but this is where I was before. I thought that there was like a... Why is my ship floating away? It's not. It's just my brain. Unbuckle. What did it say that there was more to learn? Or what did I need? Where did I need to learn it? So the orbital probes cannon, we went to the control module, the launch module, the probe tracking module. One of the orbital probe cannon's 3 module, the probe tracking module, is receiving data from the launch pod. Any nomai aboard the probe tracking module will be the first to see the coordinates of the eye of the universe. It is missing, okay? Okay, so there's a broken space station. There are 3 access ways branching off from the central hub area. More to explore here. But maybe that's because the probe tracking module is missing? Okay, so I think we want to just go to Brittle Hollow and southern observatory on Brittle Hollow. I think, yeah, that is the white hole that comes out of Brittle Hollow. So we could just like teleport there. Although I think we're probably running close to, yeah, it's Red Giant now. Oh, yeah. So I was thinking that I need a way to tell the time, right? So right now it's Red Giant, and from reading in the museum, right? It said that their star was going to go Red Giant. So this all makes sense, right? It's going to go Red Giant and then it's going to supernova very soon. So I don't know how to determine the amount of time that I actually have. So the map always kind of centers the same way. I think when we start, Timberhearth is down here. So maybe it's like we could calculate it in years, right? So the hourglass ones are way close now because of the Red Giant. And then if I'm right, then very soon, I guess I can look at the map when the supernova happens. Right, and the music is starting now. So it's some number of years, I guess, right? If we're gonna call them years. It's some number of years where it goes around this, how many times Timberhearth goes around the sun, and then when it gets back to the starting place, whether it's like 2, 3, or 4 times, then the sun goes supernova. So we'll be able to watch it go supernova on the map. That might be cool. And then after the music starts, maybe you have like 2 minutes or something before it goes supernova. Or maybe it's 5 minutes. I don't want to be sitting here waiting forever. Okay, so it's like... Okay, I think it's gonna blow up now. It's like some number plus like a quarter or something. I'll have to take note of there it goes. The positioning of Timberhearth when we start. And then maybe like look at it periodically. Are we gonna see the planets get annihilated? Yep. Cool. Alright, so we are learning a lot about this universe. First thing we want to do is check the map, so we have an idea of how long it is. Like I said, I think in real time it's about 30 minutes. But I think the time might slow down when you're reading, so it's not exact. But we definitely learned a lot. We learned about the pictures, the quantum thing. We know that we need to go to Bitter Hollow now. Okay, so I don't have a map on unless I have my suit. So we're right about at the time where the music started. Cool. I think that's a good place to stop here. Yeah, we learned a lot and it was a lot of fun. So when we come back next time, we will definitely go try and check out Brittle Hollow to find that observatory, figure out how to get to the bottom of Giant's Deep. And then maybe that will give us some additional help in figuring out where the probe module went. I think now that I know about the scouter thing, if I can just hit the quantum moon with the scouter from the spaceship, then I'll be able to land on it because it won't be able to move away, I think. Yeah. All right. See you next time. Bye.